today I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna tell you why carriers will not be getting paid by these brokers. It's not too hard to understand the game, y'all. So if you know how to play, then you can play to win. But stick around for the rest of the video and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how you can ensure that you get paid on time for completed loads. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is JustJalisaRanae, all things entrepreneurship and faith, okay? Because we're not going to forget Papa G on this side of things. Do me a favor and make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment on your thoughts and opinions on today's topic. I would love to hear your input. We are going to have an honest discussion. We are going to talk about the main reasons why drivers, independent owner operators will not get paid, okay? It is imperative that you watch the rest of this video in its entirety if you want to better understand before you start your trucking company, or if you already have a company, how you can better manage your drivers to ensure that loads are getting completed per the rate confirmations, y'all, okay? You are legally obligated to fulfill your end of the bargain. You signed for the load, you agreed to the load terms, you read over the paperwork. Now it is time to find out why most drivers fumble the bag and realize that they can be assessed fees to deduct out of their initial negotiated rate, and they can be rejected for a completed load altogether. You do not want this to happen to you, so stick around and I will share with you how to prevent this from happening to you. Okay, so as you see here, this is from a rate con. So once you get a rate confirmation, depending on the broker and things like that, will determine where you see this information notated on the paperwork. So for this one, this is actually the pickup. And if you can see right up in here, right under the facility notes, driver must have fresh hours. All accessorials and paperwork must be submitted within 48 hours or carrier will not be reimbursed. Must communicate any delays in transit to booking rep. Okay. So what this means is, let's say your driver gets to the warehouse, right? And they have him waiting for an extended amount of time and he's there like for 4 additional hours. Well, now you have to, bill for detention and or layover, whatever, for that particular situation. Or let's say he also gets there, or he or she gets there, and they are assessed a lumper fee, okay? If you do not follow these rules and submit all the paperwork once the load is completed within 2 days, they're not going to pay you. They're not going to pay you a detention. They're not going to pay you layover. They're not going to pay you a lumper fee. So, sign the paperwork. But y'all need to keep in mind that these are contracts. So you're agreeing to the terms. These are the terms and conditions to that load. If you do not submit what they need from you within a timely manner that they deem necessary, then don't expect to get your money back. So that $400 lumper fee that you paid for and the 4 hours of detention that you needed to bill them for, you might as well say sayonara, goodbye, _ʍ𝗲𝗍𝗀, because they're not going to pay for it if you let them know a week or 2 down the road. So please be careful with this, y'all, because you can leave a lot of money on the table and they are not obligated to, to pay if you don't uphold your end of the bargain here. So that's one example that I wanted to show. And I want to move on to another. So let me bring this one up. Okay, this is the next one. So this one is one that was at towards kind of the bottom of the rate con where all the legal jargon is. So if you read here, it says detention will be paid only if, and then the broker, only if they are notified 1 hour prior to detention occurring and times are clearly marked on BOL paperwork. They give their detention rate. They pay $30 an hour after the first 2 hours with a maximum of 6 hours to be paid. Detention will not be paid if late or missed appointment occurs. Okay? They will also not pay or, detention or any type of layover fees for weather-related delays. Let's move on down. Carrier shall instruct its driver to contact their office for further instruction from the shipper if, there is a discrepancy between the bill of lading and the actual shipper's instructions for that load. So listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you know that driver's late to either the pickup or the drop off, and they have to, whatever reason, wait, they need a detention, they need a layover, you might as well not even have that conversation. Because at the end of the day, they are going to say, well, your driver showed up late, so that voids any type of reimbursement, any type of payment for accessorial fees. That voids that. You show up late and they make you wait, they ain't gotta pay. That's just how it goes. So it is crucial that drivers show up to their appointment times on time. Stop playing with these folks. Stop playing with these folks and then thinking that they're going to pay you for your inconvenience. That's not how that works. Also, I want to kind of go in on the weather-related delays. So as y'all know, things happen. But that is not due to the fault of a broker or shipper. That's just Mother Nature. So if you're held up, if your driver's held up because of a storm, because of a traffic pileup or something that they had no control over, neither did the broker have control over, they are not going to pay if that sets your driver's appointment time back. If it's weather related, you might as well not even go down that rabbit hole because it's nobody's fault. So that is also another example. I want to go over one more as well because I really just want to drive the fact that you have to show up on time, and y'all have to read over this paperwork, y'all. You have to read it over because you have to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. If you're just taking loads and you're not reading what the requirements are outside of just an appointment pickup and drop off time, then you're setting yourself up for failure. I've seen it happen before. I've heard of it happening before, and I don't want it to happen to you. So let's move on to the last one here. This one states that the signed in and out times and all accessorial or lumper receipts must be submitted within 24 hours or they will not be reimbursed. Seal must be intact at delivery. Driver must reseal the trailer after each stop or the load may be rejected. It also goes on to say that the carrier's motor vehicle, y'all, and I know we've heard like the doubling up on loads and, to get more money. And listen, on these contracts, on these rate confirmations, y'all need to read. Carrier's motor vehicle equipment shall be dedicated to broker's exclusive use while transporting the freight tendered pursuant to broker carrier agreement and this load confirmation. Carrier's violation of this requirement shall result in carrier's forfeiting its right to be paid for the transportation services. Y'all, if you going for 2 different loads you know, you got broker A and broker B, and you like, well, these is two partial loads, so I'm gonna join them up, so you know, so I can make a little more money. You mess around and do that, and that can actually just void your whole tender altogether. Do not set yourself up for that to happen. Please do not, y'all. I get everybody's trying to make an income. Everybody's trying to be out here winning, but you don't want to win at the expense of your own loss, okay? Because then you're going to run into more problems. You don't want things put on your MC negatively. You want to make sure that you are establishing and nurturing long-term relationships with broker contacts, with shipper contacts. You don't want to be known as somebody who don't follow simple rules. I mean, who wants to do that? You agreed to the terms and conditions. You need to uphold your end of the bargain. Okay? I know that was a lot, and I hope that this video helped you in terms of just better understanding what exactly you're getting yourself into, where you may have been docked some coins off of some loads that you've completed. It is critical, y'all, and I cannot stress this enough. It is imperative that you are reading over these rate cons before signing and agreeing to the terms. These are contractual agreements, and you are legally responsible for this freight that is on your truck, okay? If you are wanting to start a trucking company and they make it just seem so easy and you excited and ready to go, I just want you to have a better understanding of how severe and how important all of the moving parts are, okay? When you pick up a load, from the moment you agree to picking up a load until that load is completed and closed out, you are the responsible party for that freight. So make sure you are crossing your T's and dotting your I's, y'all. And if you found this video to be at all any bit of helpful for you, please leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video.